This week on Pangea Piercing, we show you what it actually takes to bring a top-notch web series to the interwebs every week. That's right. I know that when you guys watch this show, since it's on the internet, a lot of times people are lulled into the false sense of complacency of thinking that, oh well, since the Pangea crew does such good piercing videos, and they're such good piercers, then piercing videos and body piercing must be easy to do. Both video production, body piercing, hell, they must be simple. Anybody can do it. Hell looks easy. Truth of the matter is, it is not. I have a certain amount of film and video background, but then again, so does everybody that works on this show. And it's not just me, folks. I might be the happy smiling face that speaks to you through the magic box of the interwebs on the regular basis every Friday at 7. But the truth of the matter is, it's a whole gaggle of motherfuckers that actually make us look good. Chief of which is Dan Botke. He doesn't like being on camera like most people behind the scenes. But let me tell you, we wouldn't look half as good as we do if it wasn't for this guy. A good editor can turn into gold. A bad editor can turn gold into shit. I got Dan right out of college. I'm a lucky son of a bitch, I tell you. I mean, he basically had one job and was like trying to get in with somebody doing some editing. And I happened to be looking for an editor. It worked out so well. We've been making these videos every week since then. The truth of the matter is body piercing information is everywhere. Good, solid information, but it's boring. You guys won't watch it. You need a rock star personality and MTV level production quality to be able to bring it to you and make you actually want to watch it and pay attention. I got your attention now, don't I? I knew I did. A little creepy, a little weird, maybe a little out of touch with reality, but that's okay. I made my own world and I don't like to leave it. I think you might have seen Nate Higley a few times on the show. Nate's our graphic designer. He's kind of the one responsible for the overall look of the show. All the graphics, all the stuff, other than the Mastifish, which Bill Falsetta designed, he basically is responsible for it all. It might be filtered through the mind of JC a little bit. Let's be honest, Nate's the one responsible for how flossy it looks. We got A-Bomb, Adam Weiss, Ann Arbor boy who made good. Takes them Fruity Loops or acid beats or whatever it is that the kids are using on their magic twinker machines to be able to make those beats. He keeps the beats funky, dirtier than a Detroit hooker. That's right, Will Farah, our legal representative, whose cousin is actually Chris Farah of the internet's popular funnyordie.com. Yeah, that's right. They also did the nice movie Answer This about a bar trivia league right here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it, because it's actually pretty funny. Johnny Barcon, bacon-eating Jew, social media specialist. He was willing to eat bacon on the show just to be able to stir up controversy and possibly anger the powers that be enough to make us go viral. Gotta love him. He writes the blog, does the interviews with the rock stars, makes phone calls to his various contacts and other media outlets, and he's a professional blogger for music reviews for the #1 horror movie website, bloodydisgusting.com. That's bloody-disgusting.com.
My name is Johnny. I do social media consulting, promotions, and marketing for Pangea Piercing. Basically, I have to keep JC, Kenny, and Pierre up to date with all the social media platforms, make sure they actually use them, get in touch with various businesses, companies in regards to sponsorship, and also kind of spread the word about Pangea and get people interested and get them in.
God, we got so many people on this freaking show, I can't remember them all. Good Lord. Of course, I'd have to give a shout out to Brian and Katie, our intrepid counter kids, without which things would start breaking down quite rapidly. We got Andrea, the Dragon Lady, founder of Pangea originally, and current manager, piercer with gotten more experience than most of my viewers have years alive. But, you know, that's how we roll. We would be remiss in not mentioning L2. She might not be a part of the show, but she's a part of the ship. She'll stab you straight, and she's a sweetheart. She's like my kid, last person I apprenticed that still works at Pangea. You wouldn't believe it, but it takes about 40 hours of work a week to produce a Pangea video. Hard to believe that 7 minutes of video starts off with about 20 gigs of raw video and about 40 hours of labor. People have asked us about what sort of equipment and software we use to shoot this show and make this web series happen. And I'm glad you asked. I've got our two little point and shoot cameras, a Canon PowerShot something or other. They do really well. I got a Canon 60D. I had a Tokina macro lens for doing those sweet, sweet close-ups that you guys love. I got a Sigma zoom lens for getting that wide stuff and being able to zoom in on some action and show you all what the hell is actually going on. We use a Zoom recorder for doing the audio. We use lavalier mics to get the audio clean, make it sound halfway decent. Got a whole passel of lights everywhere from little cheapy fluorescents all the way up to high-end LED nifty jammers. We use Final Cut Pro for the editing. We use After Effects for the special effects and credit roll. Maybe you've got a product or service that you would like to get to a hip, dynamic 13 to 35-year-old audience that 25% of is actually even overseas. Maybe you want to advertise your web business and spend some money because you got to anyway for that tax write-off. Guess what, folks? Pangea Piercing Web Show, one of your best tax write-offs out there. So get a sponsor one of our shows. We'd love to be able to say, the Pangea Piercing Show, brought to you by so-and-so, as long as it's not a body piercing company or a body jewelry company or anything involved in that type of stuff. Because we stay pure. That's right. So, if you like what we do, tumble it, tweet it, Facebook it. I don't know what other social networks you could possibly use, but use them up. Tell us how we did.